Tits and a bitch. What's up, everybody? John White is my name. The John White Here podcast is my game, and I'm here to talk to you about stuff. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I just do this every Wednesday for about 20 minutes. I don't know what to say. So about that, that's just what I've been doing. I've done it. This is episode 9, so I've done it like 2 months in a row, essentially, which is for me to remember to do it and to actually do it. Great success, as Borat would say. I am embarrassed for doing a Borat impression. Even just thinking about it, embarrassing enough. And now it's out there. So 1 minute in, we got one of the most embarrassing moments of my fucking life. The other day, this person told me this person died. And they were like, oh, well, but they were the only person who knew the story of when I shit my pants at the golf course. So maybe that story will go away. And I was like, dude, oh no, that person follows me. I hope he doesn't watch this. But I was like, dude, now you know me. So do you got to kill me are you going to kill me now? Because I know the story, and now anyone who watched this knows the story, but they don't know who it's about. Kept it confidential. I'm gonna cough in a second, so let me grab a little water. Excuse me. I've added no substance in your life. Okay, what did my friend say that I said that was... he said I said something wise. Oh, but then it was just a quote from The Incredibles. If everyone is super, nobody is, right? 2 weeks ago, I started a run. I talked about that a little bit. I'm going through chemotherapy right now. Turns out maybe not a great time to go on really long runs and try to get back into really good shape. Maybe I should walk into it a little bit slower. So I got a little overzealous. So I got to pull it back. And that, for safety reasons. I wanted to do it. I wanted to get out there. I wanted to kill it in the game, dog. And I'm still going to do yoga and stuff, but there's only so much you can do. There's only so much that you can do, I guess, when you're going through chemo. I've been I had a pretty rough weekend, a pretty angry weekend in some ways. And I talked to my therapist yesterday, and that was nice. It was good. And I was glad I got to talk to him about it and all that stuff, but it's just interesting. You feel, I have treatment next week, so maybe I'm just sort of like freaking out about that. But it shouldn't be something to freak out about. I've done it 3 times before. I got 3 more to go. So maybe that's why I was feeling really good there. Remember I talked about cleaning my house, in my room. I still haven't figured out the fucking thing. I still don't have a coat rack. And see, I'm noticing that I'm going to replace this picture. Come on, there. But I'm noticing things. I'm seeing things because you're seeing me, okay? Isn't there we go. 4 minutes in. I had something to say. But yeah, it was just kind of interesting. But it's sort of like that Stephen Pressfield, right, has that book called like The Art of War and Resistance. It's sort of like that, man. That might be true. There might be just forces that want you not to progress, or it's the natural thing that happens when you do progress. Is there's just already like forces there. But it was just sort of interesting to have this very, like, in my opinion, revelatory. I don't know the difference. I don't know if there is a difference. I just don't know which one's Right. I'm going to say revelatory, experience or whatever. I was feeling really good for like a couple weeks. I was like, is this who I am now? Like, yeah, I'm just like, fuck yeah, am I bumping this shit up? Bump, bump. I was like, oh no. And I don't think either one's one. I mean, I think you're just a process moving through shit, moving through life, and you're just gonna be different. Yeah, I heard Dan Harmon say that once. He's like, when you have a couple good days, like good days are good, or like good days and bad days are just like they're all the kinds of days that you get. I don't know. You can't just have all good days. And I remember me being like, no, Dan Harmon, I want all good days. And good day, sir, because I don't know. God, I'm so embarrassing. I don't. It's not how it worked, you know. For me at least. But up those stairs is a sunroom that I want to make very nice, and I've been working on and off for about a year. And by that I mean every 4 months I will clean for 4 hours. And I'm gonna clean that sunroom. And I'm making my album. This is a big deal to me. I'm making an album. And I want to try to say everything I want to try to say. I want to exhaust my ideas and do that for like all my albums and my music. I just want to exhaust myself to the point of knowing like I put everything in it, and so it's pretty fun to be making an album. I haven't really gotten to the meat, the chunk of it. I'm just working on the drums and getting the structure right, and pretty soon I'm going to be putting everything around there. It's a different album for me. It's different than any other album I've ever made, in the sense that I have never made an all electronically made album before. Sure, there will be some things that are real. My voice, I will mic the kicks and the things once they're done to give them a more real sense of being. But nonetheless, this is all going to be music made with a computer. Completely computerized music. And I've never done it before, but it's about gosh darn time, because that's pretty much what I listen to. I listen to like old 60s, 70s Italian pop music. And then I just pop up Spotify and let's see. We got Lil Pump. Hell yeah, no kidding. Edvard Grieg. Italian 60s. Yep. Goblin. Cool band. Radical. It's mostly Italian shit right now, dude. I'm just into that. Italiano music. What else is going on here? But it's mostly like rap, hip hop, R&B. Rodriguez, he's cool. Drake, Kanye West, Lil Duval. I wish I could play a lot of this music, but whatever. I'm just saying, I want to make some music that's very influenced by the music I listen to the most the last little bit. What should I call this episode? What is going on in your life right now? I feel like I'm cutting out of we got an election coming up. I'm gonna cut out of it, yo. I'm out, yo. I'll show up election day in November, but I'm out. I'm out, dude. I don't want to go through that. Oh, the whole rigmarole again, dude. I don't see a point. I don't see a point in going through the whole rigmarole. I will vote. That's what I'm going to do. Let all the Democrats just fight themselves, and then I'll just vote whoever they pick for, you know? Because I'm out, dude. I don't want to do this, dude. I don't want to do this. What was I? Here's what I'm talking about, right? On some level. Porn, right? Porn. I was thinking about porn. And I like porn sometimes. I mean, I watch it, I guess, whatever. But I haven't watched it for about a week or so. Because I realized I don't actually know what I like. Or do I? I think I know what I like sexually. But do I know what I like sexually? Or have I just watched a lot of porn? Do you know what I mean? I never choked any girls in high school when I was like having sex with them. And maybe that's what girls want. I don't know, man. Whatever girl, I'm not even talking about what girls want. That's cool. Have that conversation with the people you're fucking. But I'm just talking about what is it that I want out of having sex. And I don't know, dude. I guess what I'm saying is I realize maybe a lot of my foundations and my thoughts and who I am just got put there. And I don't think people like thinking about this because people like to think like I'm woke, I'm cool, I'm myself, I'm a totally autonomous person. No one influences me. I am enlightened. I have chosen all of this. And I don't know, man. I just don't know. You can't know in some ways, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I just thought of that and it blew my mind. I was just like, porn. Wow. Am I just monkey see, monkey doing this porn stuff? Because people are like, oh, porn isn't like real sex. What are you talking about? Have you had sex with millennials? They're insane. Or younger. We all grew up on that stuff. The girls are as crazy, if not more crazy than the guys. This girl, she's like, I'm into CNC. It's like, what's that? She's all consensual non-consent. Consensual non-consent. I was like, that sounds pretty dicey. That sounds like a risk I'm not willing to take, but it's the same thing when people are like, I wouldn't be a Nazi. I wouldn't own slaves. I know I wouldn't. I don't know that stuff. Dude, I don't know. I would hopefully not be a Nazi, but I could have been I don't know. Did they hate the gingers? I don't know. But I mean, will I own slaves? Probably. My ancestors owned slaves, and I come from that line of them, so I probably would. I probably wouldn't know it was so bad. I don't know. Maybe I would. I hope to think that I wouldn't. But my ancestors owned slaves, so I mean, they're my ancestors. Not that you're beholden to like what your ancestors do, but I just feel like you're in a time you're talking about a decision you would never have to make in a time and a place that you're not in. And also having slaves sounds just awesome. You know, they'll like do stuff for it. It sounds super convenient. I wish I had a slave right now. Hey, slave, come down. Give me a fucking massage, you cunt slave. So I don't know. People act like they know this stuff. And I'm realizing I don't know this stuff. Like the meat industry. I just found out the reason why I think it's weird to eat dogs or to eat turtles or to eat other things like that is because after World War II, the meat industry was like, hey, why don't we make this easier on ourselves and just like raise like 4 things and we'll tell Americans everything else is fucking weird and then they'll just buy our shit. And that's what happened. And I think it's weird to eat other stuff. I mean, I know conceptually, like I've thought about this before and like, I can't judge people if they eat dogs or whatever. It's weird to me, but I don't know. Pigs are supposed to be smart, right? But to find out that it was like a conspiracy theory, and that conspiracy theory then like was a thing I grew up with, And that because of and I think it's the same thing with the food pyramid. Like they just like made up a bunch of shit. Like, here's what we want to sell. Tell them to eat a lot of bread or whatever it is. And you just realize like there's so many forces that are going on in your life. I think it's hard for me to tell where I am and where society is and where all these things like intertwine. And that's just what I want to talk about because I don't know. I don't think I know stuff about that. I can't remember the original thing that made me think of this. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this all comes from or what it's all based on. And I'd like to think it's all from me and all this stuff, but I don't know, even going into what I like, what I'm into, like the kinds of stuff I like. I think like, oh, I like this, but it's also maybe that was like what I got the foundation on. Anyway, look here, okay? I had a thing I wanted to say and I forgot it. I put too many loops and then I couldn't loop back around. But essentially, I don't know what kind of sex I like. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. Maybe I want to do it like all like, ooh, baby, I love you way. Like all romantic and like flowing in her hair. And maybe that's what I wanted to do. But now it's just like, And I don't know. I'm glad I'm thinking about that because I don't want to just be thinking these unconscious processes are our decisions. And I don't know. Hold on one second. I'm going to take a hit. And then maybe there will be things to say. Maybe there won't be. Maybe we'll end this 3 minutes early. What a horrible noise to put you through. I'm sorry. But I'm really fucking high, as you can see. So that's nice. It feels good. Who am I? What am I? I miss being in love. Said everyone who's ever been in love and is not in love. I mean, that's just good biology, right? Being in love. I mean, I think human beings, man, we eat and then we have sex and then we sleep and we make art and we fall in love. People are pairing off, dude. That's all I'm saying, man. Everyone's like, poly this, poly that. People are pairing off, dude. That's what I'm saying. What I'm seeing is that people are pairing off, dude. Dude, here's what I'm seeing, man. To be honest with you, so that I didn't think I'd see. And this is, I guess, just the aging millennials. But people are into Jesus and people are into pairing up, man, in a way I've never seen. And there's all these narratives of the millennials are like, what am I trying to say here, dude? I didn't know people were that into Jesus or pairing up, and people were like saying that, oh, this is the crazy radical, fucking revolutionary, burn it all down, patriarchy, blah, blah, like all this shit. But then a lot of those chicks on the DL are like super into Jesus, dude. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird in a way. No offense. I think it'd be cool. I wish I could find Jesus, I guess, in a way. I think it'd be kind of cool. It'll give you something to do, I guess. But it's interesting to me, man. This like, I think it's just the realization of like, maybe everything that I was like trying to blow up wasn't so bad. But for me, man, I don't know, dude. Jesus, man, I mean, Jesus is dope. Don't get me wrong. Good ass story. He's a good superhero, man. I'm not even tripping about that, dude. But I mean, I don't get it, dude. I guess so. I mean, whatever. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why. And I don't want to hate. I don't want to think I know why, and I don't want to hate people anymore, man. Like, I want to hate Trump supporters. I don't want to hate racists. I don't want to hate homophobes. I don't want to hate anybody anymore. I don't know what that does. It doesn't do anything for anybody. For me, it doesn't do anything for anybody. For me, it doesn't do anything for anybody. You know. I'm just saying, man. Like, I'm just tired of the division, dude. I'm tired of just news programs just making us hate each other. I'm just tired of that, dude. I just don't think it's true, man. I'm not seeing that out there, dude. I'm not seeing that. But then we get home in our little homes and we just start hating, man. Hating, dude. People were so mad at the end of the Obama era. Not just Republicans. Not everybody, people from all sides of politics were pissed. Man, they were so mad. They wanted change. Obama didn't fix my life perfectly. How come fucking Obama didn't make me happy? Fuck him. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck Hillary Clinton. Fuck you all. People Bernie or bust. Fuck everything. Burn it all down. I could give a shit. Fuck it. People were on one, man. People were on one, dude. And they're still on one. I think a little less so. I think that's why Jesus and all that stuff's creeping back. I think people are kind of reeling, but man, just people are on one, dude. And I'm just done with, dude. I'm just not vibing with that, dude. Don't stand for injustice if you see it. If you see a black dude get pulled over, film the situation, be a presence if you want, whatever. I'm not against helping out. I think we should help out. But I don't think hating online is helping out. And I don't think hating people is helping out. I don't think I've helped. Dude, I haven't gone to a fucking soup kitchen. But in 2016, 2017, I wrote a lot of shit posting. I don't think it did nothing. Definitely didn't do nothing, man. I don't know, man. What am I saying? I'm not trying to say that's futile. I'm not a nihilist. Okay. I believe in stuff. I believe stuff matters. And maybe that's a fault of mine. I don't know, dude. A lot of people will, I believe in voting. A lot of people would say that voting is the same thing as me thinking it's weird to believe in Jesus. But you know what? I really don't think it's that weird on some level. On some level, I don't think it's that weird. I don't think it's that weird to imagine. And I heard Tom Campbell, this dude, talk about this. He wrote a book called My Big Toe. Never read that book, but that's a book he wrote. He was talking about, a programmed video game, if you're playing World of Warcraft or whatever video game you want, that world has physics, that world has laws, that world exists it exists in its own reality. And you will never see the programmer of that reality. If you were a conscious being in a World of Warcraft game and you touched a rock and it was a rock, you would never know the programmer was there. On top, that's what I'm saying is dimensions, man. Dimensions, dude. I'm just saying, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. that there was some things that popped through maybe and said, "What's up?" Maybe. I don't know. Or there's just things out there that we don't know about. I don't know, man. So I'm not saying it's weird, but I'm just saying I do believe in voting, and a lot of people think voting's dumb. A lot of comedians I hang out with think voting is dumb, and they think there's a whole lot of my and musician friends that just think voting is dumb and all that stuff's dumb. And I'm not with them. I don't believe it, dude. I don't know. And maybe that's an unconscious bias implanted by my society that I believe in America, dude. I believe in America, dude. The United States of America. God bless. I mean, I believe in this place, dude. I don't believe it's all of everything that people say, but I believe in it, and I believe in things about it, and I believe America's not the only country you can do things in or you can make things in or whatever, but fuck, man. I mean, I'm thankful to be here. I'm very thankful to be here. I like this place. I live in Nevada, Reno, but I've been to the other places too. I've been to the South, New York, LA, like I've been around, not too much, not a ton, but I've been around the United States, and I like it. I believe in it. And I believe in voting, dude. I mean, I do. I believe we could vote for someone like Andrew Yang, but we're not that we would, but I believe we could. And that would make things different, that would change things, that having him in the White House would be very different. I think he would be. So you say the voting doesn't matter, but laws are made, like weed laws, abortion laws, and these things, and they change. And we have a court that's like the highest court, the Supreme Court, and then whoever the president is gets to choose who's on the Supreme Court when a member dies. So these are like actual laws that happen and things that happen. So maybe we're just changing like the tip of the iceberg, because I do agree that the Army and the CIA and all those people, they're kind of going to do what they're going to do. They're going to fuck shit up, man. They're going to regulate. They're going to do crazy shit. I don't think, that's, I know a lot of ways Obama was the way that war got normalized for liberals. Liberals used to be anti-war, and now they're just sexism and stuff like that. But they used to also be anti-war, and now they're not, because Obama did war. And anyway, so I guess that's kind of a cynical thing I just said, and a kind of conspiratorial. But maybe we're just changing the tip of the iceberg. But I think it's cool, and I think having someone like Andrew Yang. Here's the thing about Bernie being president, man. Which, if he's president, whatever, good job, whatever. I'll vote for him if he's the nominee. If he's the nominee, for sure. He's still gonna be just yelling, just for 4 years. Just calm the fuck down, man. Relax, dude. I mean, you've just been fucking screaming in Minnesota and Montana or wherever, and then the world finally was like, hey, look at this guy scream about stuff. And I do agree with his policies, and I don't think he's whatever. I think it'd be nice if Donald Trump wasn't our president. I think that's what I think. So those are my thoughts on Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and all those people. Is that it would have been nice if they would have gone behind the fucking Democratic nominee, however she got there, you fucking dumbasses, and you spend the next 4 years fucking complaining about everything in the fucking world, like the sky is fucking falling, and it's like, yeah, what do you think was gonna happen when you elected this crazy orange dude? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I didn't know this episode was going to get political. I didn't know it was going to go so long, but I think it applies because like I'm talking about these unconscious things, but I grew up believing in laws and believing in order and then believing in America. So maybe that's just me, you know? Maybe that's just my unconscious thing. And maybe and my friends are right. And it's all just a goofy, fruitless, endeavor. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's real. I know some things. I know I like watching movies a lot, dude. I have been watching movies, man. Let me just pull out my little bit of a list here for a second. Talk about some really good movies. I've watched The Babadook. Finally saw it. Incredible. Great job. Hunt for the Wilder People. Cried all the time. God damn it. That was a great movie. Cried so many fucking times. Didn't know I was gonna cry. Thought it was a comedy. It was, but it made me cry. Thank you, you New Zealand motherfucker. I love you. Brawl in Cell Block 99. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely a great movie. So fun. So awesome. So fucked up. Just fucking goes for it. Dragged by Concrete. Great movie. Loved it. Green Room. Great fucking movie. Really, really I watched Blue Ruin, Green Room, and Murder Party. I forget the guy's name that directed those. But I enjoyed the fuck out of all of those, dude. Just great. I don't know, man. I've been watching some shit and I love it. And I know that I love it. And I know when I'm in love. All guys know when they're in love. There's not a question about it. Knowing you're in love is like knowing you have to take a shit. There is no mistaking. Hey there, everybody in the World Wide Web. Welcome to my podcast, Music, Movie, Comedy, and Eating Ass. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to my podcast. Thank you for listening. You guys are dope. Thank you. Bye-bye.